Nobody's playing this card.
What is this?
Contact C.
Okay, what is this for and what does it do?
So whenever they summon a monster, this is an inherent summon, so it doesn't reveal. You just summon it to their field.
Yeah.
And whenever this is on the field, they have to use this as link material.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm here with, what's your name?
Jordan Nichols.
And what'd you do today?
I got top 64 at the 200 YCS.
With what deck?
I was playing Paleozoic.
Paleozoic, oh, how was that all day?
It was really good. I was trying to avoid playing Goki and play as much striker as I could, which worked out to top 64.
Yeah.
So we can get straight into the deck profile.
Okay, go ahead.
The frog lineup is pretty standard. 3 swap frog, 3 dupe frog, and 2 run totem.
Okay.
All this is pretty self-explanatory. For the spells, 3 demise and 3 desires. Play 43 cards in the main deck. Some people don't play this, but this build really focuses on the floodgates. So like, I want to get to see as many cards as possible, and just happen to draw into more graveyard fodder like frogs and paleos. So that's why I decided on this. And this is kind of scary too, because you might banish rodent totem, but consistency, it says draw 2. I think you got to play it. And that's it for the spells. A lot of traps. For the paleo lineup, double Dynamiscus, triple Morella, and triple Olinodis. So this is a smaller paleo lineup compared to usual. So 2 of these because I play demise and I have a no hand at the end of the turn, so I can't always discard. This one is pretty good because you want to set up your grave as soon as possible. So I really want to either send Lost Wind or another paleo and then guarantee a toad for the next turn. And then back row removal is always good. Striker is very popular right now, so 3 of the back row removal guy. And so 8 paleos. That's all I played in the deck. I think it was enough to guarantee a toad. So like, that's the whole game plan, is to make a toad. Some of the other traps, double Lost Wind. This is really good against Striker because you can stop 2 of their guys. You can send it off Morella, and it's chainable. Send it, like I said, send it off Morella. It's just good for negation. You can stop Isold when they send for cost. So I like 2 Lost Wind. I may would have played 3 of these, Magic Deflector, because Goki is maining Twin Twister, and this is really good against Sky Striker. It stops quick plays, continuous field spells, so like Diagram, multi-roll, the list goes on. I played against Goki. They're playing the Magical Midbreaker field, and that stops targeting and destruction. So I was able to beat one of the Gokis in Swiss because I was able to stop their field spell. And this just shuts down Striker. And so many times people would try and Twin Twister my floodgates, and I would just negate it. So that was it was really
boom, deflect everything.
It was really clutch.
Okay, great.
Win button.
This card's so good.
Play this against Striker and you win if you
Yes.
can keep them from destroying it.
Have you ever burned yourself with that?
I have. Usually I won't play it if I'll burn exactly by 700 to kill me. So you got to be smart when you play this. And it's chainable in the end phase to a paleo. But yeah, I played 5 or 6 strikers, and I saw this as much as a one of as you can expect, but it was really clutch when I saw it. So next, only hand trap.
Impermanence.
Impermanence. You're playing a trap deck. You got to play some hand traps. It's good to set and activating columns whenever they're like trying to multi-roll or something like that. And also when Goki's wins the dice roll and they go first, you can hope to see this.
Hopefully.
But if you don't see it, then you're going to get ripped. 4 cards, which is what happened to me in top 64.
And you play 43 cards, right?
43 cards.
So 3 out of 43. Please, please, please,
Yes.
please, 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 please.
Not the best odds, but you got to work with what you got. So these are pretty good, stopping just random effects, and also you can chain paleos to it.
You also use it to negate spell effects as well?
Yes.
That's very nice.
It's something a lot of people don't realize when you play this. You got to watch the column that you play in, because I had so many opponents play in the column that I activated it in and just negate their own cards and just go neg, and you lose because of that. Okay. The reason the deck's good, all the floodgates, rivalry, which is not as good as it has been being, because like Draco, Altergeist, Sky Striker, once they get the link on the field, this is not very good. You have to get Ray, so you have to preemptively do it sometimes. But you still got to play it just because it slows people down. And triple Gozen, Gozen match is just ridiculous. You can lock them on Ray, you can lock them into any Sky Striker link. Shuts down Goki. Game 1 in the top 64, he ripped 4, made the whole board, and I had Gozen Strike. And so it gave me a chance to play, but I didn't draw anything. I had 1 card to play off of, so Gozen match is insane. And this is the only deck that can actually play both of these like very well. Draco can play both, but they all have different attributes. Dracos do, but Paleo can just function completely under both of these, like perfectly well. And so that's why I played these. And one more thing, let me explain. So like, when you play Striker, the win condition is you either do this in the standby phase, so they can't chain Ray, and so they'll be stuck. They'll decide if they want to summon it, and they'll be stuck on a monster in the main monster zone, meaning they can't play any of the, any of the spells. And you get Dupe Frog to the field, so they can't crash, they can't clear it. And so once you have Dupe Frog out there, you just wait until you put 8K on the board, and you just kill them in 1 turn. So that's like a strategy that I've been doing all day.
I like that strategy.
I feel like a lot of more players probably do that, but it's really, really good. Just some more back row removal. Not a lot of people play this. This is really good against Altergeist. Like, you can stop all the continuous traps. Destroys Draco. Good against Pure. If they play multi-roll, you have an out for it. It's chainable, so better than Duster because I think it's chainable, so you can bring a Paleo out when you want to, even if they don't have like back row to destroy. And also, like, sometimes they'll go like, field spell. Pure will go field spell, and you activate this to destroy the field spell. It'll go to grave. They'll activate this field spell in grave, and then you chain this, and so they're stuck.
Oh man, that's fantastic!
They're stuck on it. So.
Great. But how about this? You had this against Goki. How many times you drew this?
I drew it in Top Cut game 2, which is just unfortunate. But I think you got to play it. They're playing Midbreaker. And Midbreaker. So this is at least an out to Midbreaker. So I think you got to play it. It's so good against everything else. So that's why I played it. And then the Solemn package. No warning. Judgment because people are evenly matching. My one loss in Swiss was because I set Judgment and my opponent went battle phase. I went Judgment and they went still in battle phase, evenly matched. So that was my loss in Swiss. But yeah, you just combine this with any Floodgate and you can out the extra link pretty much. So and actually Strike's really good against Pure because you can hit the summon of the links and they can't trigger Ray because it never hits the field.
Oh yeah, right.
So that's also really good. Onto the extra deck. 3 totally awesome. Self-explanatory. Set my opponent's cards, negations. Really good. Recycles itself. Recycles frogs. Basically the boss monster of the deck. So make this as much as possible. Literally this card and this card is like what I went into all day. Literally these by themselves, I don't even have to play these because like these by themselves just win, honestly. So 3 Toad, 3 Starboy. There's a reason I play the 3rd. I can explain that in a second. But 2 plus Toad is 8,000 exactly. So it's OTK. So that's what you go into just to kill him in 1 turn. So 3 Starboy. One of each of these guys. Went into them sometimes. If you're making these guys, you're usually you're ahead. So like, it's just icing on the cake, really. So this guy's really good. It's a dry down on either player's turn. Pops any card, and this searches from the deck if you want to, get a card to banish or send or pop a spell or trap. So both of these guys are good. This was like a last-minute decision, but it was so good because I played like 4 Draco, which is unfortunate because this deck doesn't do well against Draco. But a guy made people were playing Metaltron, which is the 3 tribute guy, and so he made Metaltron off 2 traps and a spell. and so it was not immune to monsters, so I just made this and spun it back to his hand so he didn't get the trigger effect. So that was really good.
Okay, great.
Summon Sorceress because swap plus one other frog is, nobody's doing it, nobody's playing this, but you can make this, summon in Ronin Totem, bring out another frog, and you can have this plus Toad turn 1, or you can go into this and this in the main monster zone.
Okay.
So like you, 2 frogs, you know, you make Miss Starboy, bring back Ronin Totem, make this, bring back Ronin Totem again, bring out another frog, and then you can link them away into like this, and then you link away Ronin Totem again into this, and it's a floodgate, you know, and you're not giving them a zone if you put it in the proper places. And if you open Morella, you can actually go, after you make Summon Sorceress, you can go into a frog here, overlay for this guy, activate Morella from hand, sending order, then you can go into Phoenix turn 1 and set order from the deck. So I did it a couple times, and if you can set order from the deck, it's really, really good. Like, order is, if you know you need it, then it's really, really good. And this is, you know, back row removal, stuff like that. Cherry's target, because they didn't ban it, so why did they not ban this? I'm still playing it. Other decks besides Goki play it, so I figured why not play this instead of Isold. Borload, because you got to get over big stuff sometimes.
100%, yeah.
It's good against it's good against a bunch of scenarios. You know, you just got to play it. And then non-destruction, shuffle back into the deck. That's really good too. And that's pretty much it for this guy. It's just you need utility cards. So
there you go.
onto the side, just tokens. Double border.
Skateboarding guy.
I wanted to draw this against Goki, game 2, but I didn't see it. I have been playing 3, but I played 2. You know, super good against Altergeist, auto win almost. Goki, it's really good. I actually sided this in against Stun because he was summoning Fossil Dyna and just like I couldn't do anything. So I drew into this and like randomly like beat over his stuff. So that was really good. I saw it a little bit, but it's definitely, you need it. 2 or 3, I recommend it. Double cherries.
Double cherries. Why not triple?
Cherries firewall. You know, if your opponent's going to go off, then you want a chance to at least stop them. So cherries is really good against, you know, Goki plus anything else that spams. You can also hit like Summon Sorceress with this if you need to. Nobody's playing this card.
What is this?
Contact C.
Okay, what is this for and what does it do?
So whenever they summon a monster, this is an inherent summon, so it doesn't reveal. You just summon it to their field. And whenever this is on the field, they have to use this as link material. So against like Goki, it was a lot better against the rank 3 build because they couldn't go into Invoker because this is an insect. And so they have to link away this first, kind of slows them down. It's still good against Goki if they don't open like a ton of extenders because they can't make Isold until they get rid of this card. So it was for Goki and for Striker. When they go Ray, you give them this inherently, they can't chain Ray, and so they can't go into the extra deck zone. So like they have to.
Like a Phoenix.
Yeah, one of my opponents actually, I gave this to them. He made a Phoenix where his anchor would be live, and then on my turn I just goes and matched, and he was locked on Phoenix. So like this slows Striker down a good bit, and other things too. BA auto win against BA, it blows up all their stuff. So invoked, it's a pretty good card.
Really good. Nice.
Invoked, they have to fuse with it. They play no earths, so like it's good. I might not play it again, but I liked it. We're not playing Wiretap anymore. We're playing Dark Bribe. People are maining Twisters. People are playing a lot of spell removal. So like this stops evenly matched. You know, Twister, Typhoon, anything you could think of. I just wanted something that was more versatile than Wiretap. Because situations come up where they don't draw evenly and they'll just Twister you and you don't have an answer for it because you have Wiretap. So if you have Floodgates up, it doesn't matter if they draw the 1. So that's why I played Dark Bribe, and it turned out really well. I would definitely play it again. 3 evenly matched because like Draco was everywhere in Swiss, played 4. It's good against greedy Striker players because multi-roll for 3 or 4 and then you blow them out. And also Paleos don't use the battle phase like turn 2, so many games, even game 1, I'll just go straight to battle phase, and people just start shotgunning their stuff, and I don't main evenly. But since you don't use your battle phase, you can just do stuff like that.
Yeah, awesome.
And yeah, game 2, you can still act like you have it. If they mind crush, then they lose a random card if you don't have it in your hand. And when you do see it, it's really good. It helped me beat Max Reynolds and Ryan Levine.
Wow, those are big names.
In
oh, fantastic.
round 11 and 12. So that was really good.
Great job.
And the last 2 would be 2 mistake.
Okay.
This is just another answer to Goki because Goki can grind under rivalry. So you want to keep them from being able to outgrind you. And this is also good against basically everything. And you don't search much besides dupe. So you know, stops engage, stops the field spell. Trickstar, I didn't play any Trickstar. Trickstar wasn't here very much today, but at least I didn't play him. But it's good against all that, and it's good against Goki. So that's why I play this. You have this plus like another floodgate like goes in, and your opponent like has such a hard time to play, and you can just make your plays under goes in because you're playing frogs.
Awesome.
They're all water. And that was my deck profile. I went X1-2 after round 12. Day 1, I was X02. I lost round 9, which is unfortunate. That's when I got double even lead. But overall, the deck did really well. It has a good striker matchup. I played like 5 striker. I drew with like 1, and that was about it. But yeah, Max and Ryan were both playing striker, and this did well against them. And they're 2 of the best players in the game.
Really
so like, overall, good experience. I like the deck a lot, obviously, and that's about all I got.
Yeah, great. And what's your name again? And
Jordan.
Shoutouts?
Jordan Nichols. Shout outs to my friends that came with me, Peyton Hood, Trevor Comer, and Matt, sorry. And this is where I play at my locals. One up TCG.
TCG, okay, awesome.
And a lot of good play testing goes on there.
Hey, where?
That is located in Mendenhall, Mississippi.
Mississippi, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
9-hour drive, but it was worth it. Made the top cut.
Definitely worked for you. You did a great job.
Also, those guys also made, all of them that I came with made top. So that was really good. Yeah.
What do they play?
They're both playing Pure. They're both playing the same deck. I need to see if they are still playing. They may be on at 32.
I'll send you the deck profile as well, okay?
Okay, will do.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.